エルマジュさん。
入間尻翔一郎はセガエンタープライズの元代表株式マ役社長の元代表株式マ役副会長の日に
ユウさん。
本田技研の元取締役副社長です。鈴木優は株式会社 BS ネット代表取締役でありバーチャーの生みの親です。
I came to Japan in 1994 to find Yu Suzuki and Irimajiri-san. Nvidia was just beginning.
Nvidia の最初の
And we were building a game chip. And we needed 3D graphics games. But at the time, nobody in the PC world, nobody in the Western world were creating 3D video games. In 1994, the only 3D video game were arcade games. And the only true 3D game was from Yu Suzuki's AM2. And it was Daytona, Virtua Fighter, Virtua Racing. Incredible. And I remember in 1994, the new arcade had just come to United States. Daytona had just come to United States. We were starting Nvidia and we should be working and building our chip. But every day we went to the arcade to play Daytona. We could not believe how beautiful and how smooth the graphics was. We felt the technology must not be true 3D because it was so smooth. But in fact, it was completely 3D and it was fully texture mapped. It was the first time in history that video games was running at full 60 frames per second. So we determined to come to Japan to ask Sega to support Nvidia. And we were also building a new type of technology for 3D. The frame rate was very high and the cost was very low. And we convinced Irimajiri-san and Yu-san to work with us and support us to build a game console, post-Saturn, which became Dreamcast. Unfortunately, so we were very lucky that Irimajiri-san accepted our proposal to work on the game console together. After 9 months, unfortunately, we realized the technology does not work. We used a technology called forward texture mapping and curved surfaces. The right technology is inverse texture mapping and triangles. We chose the wrong approach. So I unfortunately realized this program was not going to be successful. So I came to Japan to explain to Irimajiri-san that with humility that the technology was not going to work. And I asked for Irimajiri-san to help me, that Nvidia could not finish the project, but I still needed the money. Because without Sega's funding, Nvidia would be out of business today. I asked Irimajiri-san for his support, and he was very generous in doing so. In fact, during that time, I also learned the nature of a Japanese company. Even though companies are in business together, it is not always only about business. Friendship, partnership, and supporting each other is also very important. If not for what Sega did for Nvidia and what Irimajiri-san did for Nvidia, Nvidia would not be here today. To imagine that in 1995, Nvidia was nearly out of business, that we had chosen exactly the wrong technology, and that we will be here today, the largest company in the world, is unimaginable. So even though Nvidia had the wrong technology, Irimajiri-san realized Nvidia had the right people. Sega and Irimajiri-san, Yu Suzuki, your friendship, your support, and your belief in us means a lot to me. Japan will always be very dear to me, and Sega will always be very dear to me. You should be very proud that even to this day, Nvidia and Sega are still working together.
そのエンビディアとセガは今までも一緒に働いていることも誇りに思ってきてください。
And we have something special we want to show you. Nvidia has been building a very special new chip. This chip is called N1X, and this chip has been in development for some time. 40 years ago,
40年前に
the world created personal computer. N1X was designed in partnership with Microsoft. Working together, we are going to reinvent the PC. This will be a new type of PC. From personal computer to now personal AI. This is a supercomputer on a chip for a PC. The new version of Windows and this new computer will be available fall of this year. And of course, everything Nvidia builds must be very good at 3D graphics. Because we learned our lesson from 1994. Since that time, we have reinvented computer graphics completely. Nvidia, of course, as you know, invented the GPU. We invented programmable shading. We also invented real-time ray tracing. And now we do real-time path tracing. It is impossible to do real-time path tracing, in fact. However, we combined artificial intelligence with path tracing to make it real time. So I think today we have a big surprise. In fact, I haven't seen it myself. So all three of us can enjoy it together for the first time. Virtual fighter. Virtual fighter. You cannot see
ピクセルすら見えません。
Dear Marjorie-san, thank you for coming today.
リマジリさんありがとうござい
I'm
ます。
so happy to be here. I'm here because tomorrow, Japan government and Nvidia are going to announce a very big partnership. Tomorrow is a very big day for Japan. Tomorrow will be the beginning of Japan AI. So many companies, so many giant companies. We're going to be working together in AI and robotics. So tomorrow,
Asked you about 10 years ago.
yes. Marjorie-san asked me 10 years ago, why did it take so long? But tomorrow is going to be a very big day. We have a very big announcement. None of it would have been possible. None of today would be possible if not for your support and your friendship so many years ago. Japan will always be very dear to my heart. Sega will always be so dear to my heart. Thank you, everybody. Okay, thank you. So
皆様ありがとうございます。
Thank you very
ありがとうござい
much.
ます。
Thank you, my friend, my very dear friend, Yu-san. Thank you very much. The world of video games would not be the same if not for the pioneering work that Yu Suzuki did here in Japan in 3D video games and 3D animation. Not possible if not for your incredible pioneering work. So many breakthroughs in inverse kinematics, 3D animation, the graphics technology, the first texture-mapped, real-time texture-mapped consumer application the world's ever seen. None of it would have been possible without Yu-san. Thank you. The great Yu Suzuki! All right, thank you, everybody.